Today I'm going to teach you how to draw and watercolor paint a night owl. So let's get started. You will need a piece of watercolor paper, you will need a permanent marker and some watercolor paints. You will need a paintbrush and a cup or a bowl with clean water and a paper towel. So let's get started. The one thing that I'd like you to remember is that we're going to hold our marker a little bit away from the tip of our marker because we don't want to have a lot of control over our lines. We want them to be a little bit looser and not as tight. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to start about right here, and what we're going to do is make a line coming down and around like this. So a slight swirl. I'm going to make that a little bit more swirly. And then we're going to come down with a curved line and then come back up with another swirl. And then starting about right here, we're going to make a curved line. This is going to be the head and the face of our night owl. Now inside this shape, we're going to make two curved lines, one here and one here. And then we're going to make some circles. Don't worry about being too neat with this. A triangle here. And then we're going to come down here and we're going to make the body of our owl with two curved lines. Now at this point we're going to make a branch for our owl to sit on, and it's going to be a line that's not really straight because it is a branch. And then we're going to come down and make another line underneath the first one. And then I'm going to put a small V going sideways about right here because I'd like the branches to split off. Let's make some little toes, some claws. And then right up here, what we're going to do is we're going to make a series of U's. These are going to be the feathers for our owl. And you see what I'm doing? I am connecting the bottom part of the U shape with the next row. And again, we're not doing this really neatly. We want it to be a little bit messy. And now let's make some wings, which are just some curved lines on the side. And there's our night owl. I'm going to choose to put a moon up in the sky. So that's a curved line with another curved line. And then if you'd like to add some stars, you can go ahead and do that. I'm going to make some just around my moon. There we go. All right, let's paint our design. So I'm going to put some purple on the outside for the sky, and then with my owl, I'm not sure what color I'm going to paint my owl yet, but I know that I do want to use purple for the sky. So I'm going to use this purple right here, put some into one of my wells, and add quite a bit of water because I don't want it to be too dark. All right, maybe a little more water there. And I'm going to go along the top, and I'm going to not be super careful with this. I want it to be not real. I don't want it to cover all of the space. And I don't even think that I'm going to touch the edges. And I'll touch the owl a little bit, but I'm not going to go right up to the lines of the owl. I just like it to be more quick and a little bit messy. Notice how I'm holding my paintbrush. I'm not holding it really close to the tip because I don't want my paint to go on really carefully. All right, now I'm going to paint my owl. I think I'm going to paint my owl blue and maybe a little bit of green. And I'm going to leave the area near my eye pretty white. So I'm going to take the time to paint in individually these little feathers. If the colors mix a little bit, that's okay. That's the neat thing about watercolor paints. You want them to mix. I don't know if you can hear, but my paintbrush is scratching my piece of paper. The bristles are pretty firm. Little yellow there and some brown for my branch. And again, I'm not going to be super careful, and if the colors run together, that's okay. There we go. There's our night owl. I hope that you had fun with this project. All of the items, all of the supplies that I used for this project, I will put in the description. Please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. All right, and on to the next lesson.